Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Yesterday night, Manchester United beat Brentford 3-0 at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes scored for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes could have had another goal. He had a chance, but it just went wide. We've struggled to get the best out of Bruno Fernandes since Ronaldo re-signed for the club. I thought Fernandes was far superior last season to this season. He's a good player overall. He's one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. Bruno Fernandes has been a Manchester United player for over 2 years. Manchester United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Earlier on this season, Fernandes signed a new contract until 2026. There's an option of a further year. Cristiano Ronaldo had a goal ruled out for offside. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a penalty for Manchester United. That was Cristiano Ronaldo's 18th Premier League goal. Since he re-signed for Man United, he now has 24 goals in all competitions. Ronaldo scored in the 1-1 draw against Chelsea last Thursday night. He rescued Manchester United in that game. Ronaldo also scored in the 3-1 defeat to Arsenal the other week. Now, recently, it said Cristiano Ronaldo could make a return to Real Madrid. Ronaldo's already enjoyed one spell with Real Madrid. He was with them around 10 years, so reflecting on that, he was a long-serving player. Real Madrid did get him for around 80 million from Man United. Man United have set a price tag of around 10 million for Ronaldo. He may not leave Man United this summer. Ronaldo's contract at the club expires next year. There's an option of a further year. Ronaldo's the highest earner at the club. He earns £480,000 a week. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo in the summer of last year from Juventus. Man United paid around 12.8 million. Don't forget, the other week Ronaldo announced that his baby son had passed away. That was upsetting. Prior to kick-off between Liverpool and Man United at Anfield, there was a 7-minute applause for Ronaldo. Ronaldo is the best player in the world overall. You know, he has won like 34 major trophies in his playing career. And last night, Manchester United's third goal came from Raphael Varane. It was Varane's first goal for the club. You know, the Varane goal came from a corner. Most of the time when Varane plays, he seems to make the difference. Well, Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced and he's got a good pedigree behind him, because look at the amount of silverware he won when he was at Real Madrid. And he was also a long-serving player when he was at Real Madrid. He was with Real Madrid around 10 years. Varane recovered from injury not so long ago. He's endured quite a few injuries since he became a Man United player. Man United signed Varane from Real Madrid in the summer of last year. Varane's under contract to Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. So there were the goals yesterday night. We saw Anthony Elanga get an assist. Elanga has done well in a lot of the games for Man United since he broke into the first team squad. He's had his poor games as well. Elanga joined Manchester United's academy at the age of 12. He's got a contract with Man United until 2026. There's an option of a further year. Revert back to earlier on this season, Elanga got racially abused on social media because he missed a decisive penalty against Middlesbrough in the Cup. I totally disagreed with him getting racially abused. Elanga earlier on this season came off the bench and scored a late equaliser against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League last 16 first leg. Elanga also scored in the 4-2 win against Leeds at Ellen Road. Alex Telles, he got an assist yesterday night. He got the assist for the Varane goal. Telles, there's a good chance that he'll be leaving Manchester United this summer. I reckon this season's his last season at Man United. Telles has been poor in the last few months now. He has appeared to be our first choice left back under Ralph Rangnick. Man United got Telles from Porto back in 2020, got him for 15.4 million. So yeah, there were the assists yesterday night. Juan Mata, he played yesterday night and I thought he enjoyed a good game. He did actually have a good chance in the game from pretty close range, just went wide, so Mata was unlucky not to score. I was actually surprised that Mata started. You know, Mata is a squad player, you know, doesn't get in the team much now. Juan Mata has been a long-serving player at the club. You know, he's been at Man United for 8 years. He's had a good career at Manchester United. Man United got Juan Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, got him for 37.1 million. He's out of contract at the club this summer. Diego Dalot, yesterday night he had a very good chance in the game. He hit the crossbar. So yeah, he was unlucky not to score. In the 3-1 defeat to Arsenal the other week, Diego Dalot hit the woodwork twice. Dalot is our first choice right back under Ralph Rangnick. We had to go with Dalot yesterday night anyway, because obviously Wan-Bissaka's not available at the moment. He's out with injury. Do you think Dalot will leave Man United this summer? Well, he has been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation before. Last season Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan, so reflecting on that, he gained some experience. Man United got Dalot from Porto. We paid around £19 million for him. His contract at the club expires next year. David De Gea, he made a couple of saves in the game yesterday night. He made one good save with his feet, and he stopped a Christian Eriksen free kick. De Gea has been sensational this season. He is regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Earlier on this year, De Gea got named the Premier League's Player of the Month for January. Well, he's won everything domestically at the football club, and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. If you revert back to earlier on this season, this was prior to the Atletico Madrid game in the Champions League last 16. De Gea came out and said that I don't see myself away from Man United. He's been a very long-serving player at the club. This season's been his 11th season at Man United. Been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. De Gea's contract at the club expires next year. He receives £375,000 a week. Man United were missing players yesterday night. Let me put that into the equation. Obviously, there was no Jadon Sancho. He's out with illness at the moment. Obviously, there's no Luke Shaw. He's out for the season. Obviously, there was no Pogba. Pogba's out for the season. There was no Harry Maguire. He's another one who's out for the season. There's no Mason Greenwood at the moment. Lingard, he's been out due to personal reasons as well. So, there you go. Cavani come back from injury not so long ago. Cavani came on yesterday night. And we saw Phil Jones come on in the game as well. Brentford, they had players missing yesterday night. There was no Ethan Pinnock. He's out with injury at the moment. There was no Frank Onyeka. He's injured. And they were missing Sergei Carnos. And Sergei Carnos is definitely one of Brentford's key players. I think they had a couple of other players out as well. So yeah, Man United have done the double over Brentford this season, beating them 3-0 yesterday night. And Man United beat Brentford 3-1 at the Brentford Community Stadium earlier on this season. This season has been Brentford's first ever season in the Premier League. Prior to this season, the last time Brentford were in the top flight was back in 1947. That's around 75 years ago now. Brentford's manager is Thomas Frank. He's been the Brentford manager for over 3 years. Brentford appointed him in back in October 2018. Thomas Frank has got a contract with Brentford until 2025. Before he was the manager of Brentford, he was the Brentford assistant. And before, Thomas Frank managed Bromby, and before he's managed Denmark's under 16s, Denmark's under 17s, and Denmark's under 19s. So yeah, Manchester United have just 2 games remaining now. So our next game is Brighton, and then the final game is Crystal Palace. Rangnick has 2 games remaining as Man United's interim manager. Rangnick's been Man United's interim manager for around 4 months or so now. Not so long ago, it got officially announced that Ralf Rangnick got appointed as the new manager of Austria. Rangnick signed a 2-year contract. But he said Rangnick will continue in a consultancy role at Man United until 2024. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. He has enjoyed one transfer window as Man United's interim manager. Unfortunately, he didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. This summer, Ten Hag is Man United's new permanent manager. A few weeks ago, it got officially announced that Man United appointed Erik Ten Hag as their new manager. Ten Hag, of course, will replace Ralf Rangnick. Ten Hag did sign a 3-year contract with an option of a further year. Man United agreed the compensation with Ajax for Ten Hag. The compensation was below 2 million. There's a lot of players that Ten Hag wants to bring to Manchester United. I'm hearing that he wants to bring Tuchemani in from Monaco. Ten Hag also wants to bring James Ward-Prowse to Manchester United. You know, James Ward-Prowse is at Southampton. James Ward-Prowse could cost around £75 million. Ward-Prowse is under contract with Southampton until 2026 and he earns around £100,000 a week. Ten Hag also wants to bring Anthony to Man United as well. Declan Rice has been mentioned. Yeah. Ten Hag is going to get a transfer budget of between 100 and 150 million this summer. Let me put into the equation that Ten Hag is going to get rid of a lot of players as well, so reflecting on that, he will generate money. But yeah, Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. It's going to be good for Ten Hag to experience the Premier League. He's never managed in the Premier League before. And you've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. He's won Eredivisie titles with them. He's won some Dutch Cups with them. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. So there you go. Ten Hag got appointed in as the Ajax manager back in December 2017. So he's been the Ajax manager for over 4 years. Ten Hag is the former Utrecht, Bayern Munich reserves and Go Ahead Eagles manager. The four managers Man United have sat since Ferguson, that's David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and of course that's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Man United have only won, 4 trophies in the last 10 years. As things stand at the moment, Man United have not won a trophy for like 5 years or so. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. So anyway guys, on my next video I'll be giving you my play ratings from this game. Drop me comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.